May you find happiness and peace, and may your home stand the test of time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary. Today I'll be reacting to Kirk naive trans activist student. So without further ado, let's get started.
So I might have missed this because I just got here.
Yeah.
So first I want to ask, what? Back to the gender issue, the one that's on your right. Is there some level of evidence that could change your mind on this, that could compel you to go, okay, I guess not?
I will always read, and so the funny thing is, I sat down with Caitlyn Jenner for 2.5 hours 3 days ago, and I learned stuff about the transgender debate that I honestly, obviously, if I learned it, I didn't know it, but it opened my eyes on a lot of different aspects of it. Most importantly, the surgery that it takes to get gender reassignment surgery. It's nothing to be joked about.
Sure.
And Caitlyn Jenner says that it's something that a 15-year-old should never go through. That's what she said. So and you will notice I'm calling her she. Now, why would I call her she? Because she respectfully asked me. No one forced me to call Caitlyn Jenner anything. But we had a mutual connection. So as soon as we start to have laws, which exist in California, where you force people to call somebody something by under penalization of law, that's a problem.
So sorry to.
It's okay, but I'm just saying, I'm happy to learn. I'll listen to anything.
So is there, just to your knowledge though, is there some level of evidence like that you can say right now that could make you change your mind, that could make you go, oh, I guess there are more than two genders?
If there's
or
compelling,
one, or I don't know, zero.
If there's compelling evidence that there's anything beyond excluding intersex, chromosomal structure of XX, XY, or if there's compelling evidence that there's no difference between males and females, which I would love to read, but I don't see that.
One question, you said something earlier before, which was tying chromosomes and gender, right? XY male, XX female.
Yes,
is that what you believe? Is that correct?
Excluding intersex, yes. I mean, there are intersex people, but you don't have a rule for the exception. You have the exception, which is to the rule. But yes,
okay.
Correct. It's not just what I believe, it's what biology accepts.
Okay. Because I remember hearing not too long ago that a while back, I think before this became a bigger topic, was that scientists were moving away from that, saying that like there are a lot of scientists who study people who typical male characteristics, genitalia, picture or whatever, and vice versa. Males who look like males, feel like males, et cetera, and got the chromosomes tested, and was like, oh crap, I've got two X chromosomes. That's weird. Well, whatever. But it's like it's not a social thing to them. Like they feel like they're men. I could go into a test tomorrow. I don't think I'll have my chromosomes tested, and I could see, oh gosh, I've got XX chromosomes. That's weird. I don't think it would change anything about the way I'm living my life or whatever. And I feel like I heard that was something they noticed, and now when they went, oh gosh, I guess gender is not strictly speaking tied to chromosomes anymore. Like
right. So here's the broader question: like, why am I doing this? There's three big questions that need to be answered as a society that can be connected to this. Number one is the sex reassignment surgery for 15-year-olds without parental consent. That stems from the transgender argument. I think that's wrong. That a 15-year-old can get sexual reassignment surgery without telling their parents, and taxpayers have to pay for it. I think that's wrong. Number two, specifically in the public education system, someone that's 4, 5, or 6 years old, I think there's a certain way to raise boys and a certain way to raise girls. People totally disagree with that, but young boys act totally different than young girls. They just do. And so you add the third box and you don't recognize those differences, I think you do a disservice to a child trying to find their place in a chaotic and
Okay, I think this is not a complete video, but I get where Charlie is coming from. We don't do sex reassignments on minors, okay? Even if the person wants it. I feel if you give children everything they want, they won't learn how to fend for themselves. So when a child starts crying for something, okay, I want this, let the person be wise enough to take that decision, because there are several decisions I took when I was when I was a minor, though, that I just thank God that I was not granted those decision, because it would have I would have regretted it. So the thing is, you might feel this way today and tomorrow you are not feeling it. I've seen people that are straight today and tomorrow they feel like they prefer same sex, and they change. Okay, but the thing is, be old enough, wise enough to take decisions. Decisions I took like 5 years ago, if I'm to retake those decisions now, I won't take most of them. Because I'm a bit wiser now, and I've seen life in a different perspective. So I think that is what Charlie is saying here, making minors go through these procedures is not something that we should encourage. Okay, so I know I've seen some guys that act like ladies. They dress like ladies, they act like ladies, they behave like them. And I've seen ladies that, when you see them, they feel comfortable, wearing outfits that are for guys. They feel comfortable acting like guys, behaving like guys. Sometimes, what I notice is in Africa, though, if let's say a parents give birth to like 4 boys, 1 girl, the responsibility of the girl to act like the boys, because she was grown in the midst of guys. Okay, if a parents give birth to 3 girls and 1 guy, the responsibility of the guy acting like a girl, because that is the environment she was. I mean, that is the environment he was, like raised, and I get that, okay, but as time goes on, you see they stop this, character that shows that they are ladies, because maybe they've seen their sisters doing certain things, and it's normal when you see 1, 2, 3 people repeating a certain lifestyle, you want to copy it, okay. But when they start associating themselves with their male friends and stuff, they'll feel like, oh, this is not how male behave, and now they'll start acting like a man. And for that, I get it, because I've seen so many scenarios in my school and in my everyday life. But when you want to feel like, yeah, I think I like this gender, as a different ballgame entirely. And I think the guy was making mention of what he've heard, that scientists have discovered this, but whatever scientists discover is still boiled down to X and Y chromosome, or XX and XY chromosome. There is no extra chromosome. So it's either you're a male or you're a female. There's nothing in between. So I don't know why we are always having this conversation. I know Charlie is trying to let people know that, yes, you don't force children into, like surgery with taxpayers' money. And aside from that, like, just stop confusing these children. Like, they are minors, and if you want to do whatever you want to do, like I said before, wait till you are at least 19 or 18 or even 21. Then you feel like you can take responsibility of any decision you decide to venture in. Anyway, this is a beautiful one. I enjoyed it so much, and I would definitely want to see more videos like this. If you have any recommendation, let me know in the comment section. If this is your first time visiting the channel, click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and remember bless.